science class. So students, in the last class we already started our new chapter, that is heat. We studied that how heat is so important for all of us, various sources of heat, and how we can measure the hotness and coldness by measuring the temperature. Okay, we also studied the various ways of measuring the temperature. Now today let's understand and try to look onto the various one of the important concept, that is transfer of heat. Now children, if I ask you that in the winter season, okay, in winter season when you are inside the house you feel very cold. When you go out in the sun you feel a sense of warmth and you feel very good. Why? Because the heat from the sun is transferring to your body, and that is how you are feeling heat, you are feeling that warmth. Suppose, imagine if the sun's heat or if the sun's warmth couldn't reach you, how you will feel that warmth. Okay, so heat do definitely transfer from one body to another. Also, if you cook something, you keep that utensil above the burner, on the burner. Okay, so the food cooks. Okay, why? Because the heat transfers from one place to the other. Here if you will see, here you will notice that when you keep something on the sun, suppose let's take an experiment, do an experiment, you keep any utensil and keep it in the sun. After some time you will notice that that utensil is quite hot because of this property of transfer of heat. Now I conducted a very simple experiment. I want to share the result with you. So what I did was, I took a burner and I took a iron rod and I exposed one end of that iron rod on the burner. After some time my hand was also feeling hot. Okay, I also felt hotness in my hand. I was surprised because I did not put my hand directly over the burner. Then how come I also felt that hotness? Because of the transfer of heat. Okay, so because the heat from the burner transferred from one body to the other and it reaches to my hand and I felt hot. Similarly, when you cook something, okay, when you put something in a frying pan and if suppose your handle is not covered with wood or plastic, so can you tell me what will happen? Yes, your hand will burn. Okay, you will suddenly release your hand from the frying pan because it will give you a sensation of extreme hotness. How is it possible? Because the burner, this beaker is kept over the burner, but how come this handle is also becoming hot? Because of the transfer of heat. Because of the transfer of heat. So children, we can easily tell that energy is transferred by direct contact. If you place anything over the burner, anything which is in direct contact with that utensil will also feel the hotness. So transfer of heat allows flows from a body at a high temperature to a body at a lower temperature. This is called as transfer of heat. Now what this means, higher temperature to lower temperature. Suppose children, there are two rooms. In one room I say that the temperature is 13 degrees Celsius. I say that in one room there is 13 degrees Celsius temperature and in the other room the temperature is 55 degrees Celsius. Can you tell me which room will be cooler and which room will be hotter? Yes, this 13 degrees Celsius will be cold, 55 degrees Celsius will be hot. So if you increase the temperature, if the temperature rises, it is hot. If the temperature decreases, it is cold. So heat flows from high temperature to a body at lower temperature. This transfer is called as transfer of heat. Now heat can transfer in three different ways. That is conduction, that we just saw, convection and radiation. Let's take them one by one. So conduction, do you know what is conduction? So conduction is a transfer of heat in solids basically. Okay, so let's try to understand this with the help of an experiment. So suppose we did an experiment. So for that we took an iron rod, okay, and above the iron rod I placed the wax. Do you understand wax? Yes, candle is also made up of wax. So these are the wax, this is the iron stand and I lit one candle here. Okay, what do you think will happen after some time? After some time, first of all, this wax will start melting, which is nearer to the candle. After few seconds, this wax will melt, and so on. So all the wax will start melting. This short experiment gives us an idea of transfer of heat from hotter temperature to the lower temperature, and this shows that in solids also the heat transfers. This transfer of heat in solid is called as conduction. Okay, this transfer of heat in solids is called as conduction, in which heat transfer from hotter end to the cooler end. So obviously this end is cooler, but after some time the heat is transferred and it makes this end also equally hotter than this. Okay, so this transfer is called as conduction, and it occurs in solids only. Now there are few materials. Now not all the solids can do conduction. Okay, for example, if you take the wood here in this experiment, we took the iron rod. Okay, I took the iron rod. If in place of iron rod, if I would have taken wood, do you think that I would get the same result? No, because heat cannot transfer in wood. Okay, so there are few solids. Yes, of course, we know that this conduction is the process by which heat is transferred in solids. But children, there are few solids which doesn't allow the heat to pass. Okay, so let's study about them. So the first one is conductors. They are my favorites because they allow electric current or the heat to pass through it. For example, the copper, aluminum, steel and other metals, they allow the heat to pass through them. That's the reason your utensils are made up of what? Metal. They are made up of either iron or copper or aluminum or maybe steel, because they can allow the heat from the burner to pass to the food so that the food can be cooked. If in place of copper you would take wooden pan, what do you think will happen? Your food will take number of hours to get cooked. Okay, so because that is a insulator. Okay, also you might have noticed that when you try to burn the wood, it takes a lot of time. It catches the heat very later as compared to the metals. So any material that allows heat to pass through it, here electric current is written, you can also add heat. Heat and current to pass through it, they are called as conductors. Also any material that doesn't allow heat or electric current to pass through it, like the protective coating on wires, are called as insulators. Any material that doesn't allow heat to pass through it, they are called as insulators, like plastic, rubber, glass, all these things. Also in microwaves, you must have seen these type of gloves. They come so that you can protect your hands from burning. Yes. So all these are called as insulators. Also you might have seen the wires are wrapped inside the plastic or rubbers so that you can prevent yourself from electric shock or from burning. Okay, so that's the reason why insulators are used. So I hope children you understood what is conduction. Conduction is the process by which heat is transferred in solids from hotter end to the lower end. Okay, so now children, water and air, they are the poor conductors of heat. Water and air, the heat cannot pass through water and air. But how you can boil the water then? How you can boil the water? That is what we are going to study in our next class.